ترانسفورمرز دارک آف د مون. ژانر اکشن، ماجراجویی، علمی تخیلی. کارگردان مایکل بی. فیلمنامه ارن کراگر. بر اساس داستان ترانسفورمرز اثر هاسبرو. تهیه کنندگان دان مرفی و تام دیسانتو. کمپانی های تهیه کننده پارامونت پیکچرز و هاسبرو. بازیگران شیا لباف، روزی هنینگتون، جان تورتورو، جان مالکوویچ و فرانسیس مکدورمان. موسیقی متن استیو جابلونسکی. پخش از پارامونت پیکچرز. زمان فیلم 154 دقیقه. تاریخ اکران جون 2011. بودجه ساخت 195 میلیون دلار. کشور سازنده آمریکا. محل فیلم برداری کشورهای آمریکا، روسیه، چین و کامبوج. امتیاز فیلم در سایت IMDb 6.3.
Our entire space race of the 1960s was in response to an event.
If you breathe a word of what you've seen here, it will do time for treason.
Everything humans know of our planet, we were told had been shared. You lied to us. You've made a grave mistake.
Years from now, they're gonna ask, where were you when they took over the planet?
You'll be fine, I promise. It's over. I'm sorry, but it's over.
You may lose your faith in us, but never in yourselves. From here, the fight will be your own.
کمپانی پارامونت پیکچرز در 16 مارس سال 2009 و پیش از اکران ترانسفورمرز ریونج آف د فالن اعلام کرد قسمت سوم این فیلم در اواخر جون سال 2011 و به صورت سه‌بعدی اکران خواهد شد. رابرت اورچی و الکس کرتزمن، فیلمنامه‌نویسان دو قسمت پیشین ترانسفورمرز، حاضر به همکاری در قسمت جدید نشدند و اعلام کردند که برای این قسمت که داستان بسیار جذابی دارد، ایده جدیدی به ذهنشان نمی‌رسد و لازم است تا فرد جدیدی بر روی فیلمنامه این پروژه کار کند. از این رو ارن کراگر، دستیار نویسنده قسمت دوم، شخصاً مسئولیت نگارش فیلمنامه قسمت سوم را پذیرفت و برای هرچه بهتر شدن صحنه‌های این فیلم اقدام به برگزاری جلسه‌هایی با مسئولین جلوه‌های ویژه کمپانی اینداستریال لایت اند ماجیک نمود که حاصل رایزنی‌های آنها منجر به خلق صحنه‌هایی مانند چرنوبیل گردید. پس از موفقیت فیلم اواتار و به دلیل علاقه عموم مردم به فناوری‌های سه‌بعدی، در جلسه‌هایی که بین کمپانی‌های پارامونت، ILM و مایکل بی کارگردان این فیلم برگزار شد، احتمال فیلم برداری سه‌بعدی قسمت سوم فیلم ترانسفورمرز مورد بررسی قرار گرفت و تست‌های لازم برای استفاده از این فناوری انجام شد. مایکل بی در ابتدا علاقه چندانی به استفاده از این شیوه نشان نمیداد، و معتقد بود که با شیوه فیلمسازی پرتکاپوی وی همخوانی ندارد. اما پس از مشورت با جیمز کامرون، کارگردان فیلم اواتار، متقاعد شد و جیمز کامرون نیز پرسنل فنی خود را برای کمک به وی معرفی کرد. در نتیجه، علاوه بر استفاده از دکل‌های مخصوص دوربین سه‌بعدی فیوژن که توسط گروه کامرون ساخته شده بود، مایکل بی و تیم او برای فیلمبرداری صحنه‌های متحرک اقدام به ساخت یک دوربین سه‌بعدی قابل حمل کردند که 9 ماه به طول انجامید.
When you have the third picture in a franchise, there are several things that you can do to make it more fun, make it bigger, make it better.
Big, crazy, I mean, it's everything.
It's a big, big logistical nightmare.
This is like number 1 and number 2 combined. With the effects, with the stunts, with the multiple states, the multiple locations, the traveling circus. I don't think I'd have it any other way.
It's like nothing you've ever seen, you know? It's really crazy.
They must be thinking, is that big enough? Maybe that's not big enough. We've got to go bigger. We got to think bigger.
I've never been challenged like this in my life, and I can't honestly say that I think I ever would have been had I continued going the way I was.
Everything's much better in this movie. It feels magical. I think we've learned from the first two. This time we worked our butts off to make this the best. It's great.
Transformers!
The second movie was just sort of like a lot of second movies. It's an introduction of new characters. You know, how do we keep this exciting? How do we keep the discovery? New people, new faces. But we overdid that. And I think there was too many new characters to pay off, and we didn't have the time.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Oh, I'm sorry. Transformers 2.
Was I proud of the movie? Yeah, there are things that are great in the movie, the things that are fun. It wasn't my best movie. I knew we could have done better. We were slogging through the ending. It got sloppy. And that's just because it's too little writing time. The movie was written during a writer's strike. The strike happened. We're still prepping the movie. And I said, we're already into this. It's not the best way. This is totally not the way to do a movie. I would never recommend it again. But we're going to get this movie going, hell or high water.
مگان فاکس از ابتدا قرار بود در فیلم حضور داشته باشد، ولی پس از مدتی از آنجایی که شیوه و اصول کاری مایکل بی را به آدولف هیتلر تشبیه کرده بود، از بازی در این فیلم کنار گذاشته شد و با حذف او از این فیلم، روزی هانینگتون برای بازی در نقش معشوقه جدید سم انتخاب شد. از طرفی شیا لباف اعلام کرد از آنجایی که مایکل بی قسمت‌های بعدی این فیلم را کارگردانی نخواهد کرد، این آخرین حضور او در این مجموعه از فیلم خواهد بود. و این در حالی بود که پس از مدتی حضور مایکل بی در قسمت بعدی فیلم ترانسفورمرز رسما اعلام شد. بعدها چندین بازیگر خوشنام دیگر مانند جان مالکوویچ و فرانسیس مکدورماند نیز برای حضور در این فیلم به مجموع بازیگران اضافه شدند.
I wrote the script all the way up until we started shooting for the Michaela Baines character, with the assumption that Megan Fox was going to play that part again.
I had not seen Megan for about 8 months or so since Transformers 2, and when I saw her, she just didn't look like Michaela. It was just, you know, I guess Hollywood sometimes has a way of casting a spell on women that they have to change their look, change how their appearance, I guess, to satisfy something. I'm not sure, but you know, Megan's a stunningly beautiful woman, and we decided to go our own ways.
I guess we were all hoping that the family didn't break up, but it did, and we just kind of had to pick up the pieces and keep going, you know.
It was difficult because we were a week away from shooting, and then we were a week into shooting, and we kept moving the Michaela stuff later and later.
We decided basically right away that we weren't going to throw out the rest of the plot of the movie and come up with a new plot that involved a new female love interest for Sam, but that we would maintain the idea that he was going to experience this adventure with a girlfriend character, and it would just need to be a new girlfriend.
Michael sent me a text message saying, "You should really go to the audition for Transformers," and I assumed it would just be a small part in the movie, just a walk-on part.
Rosie came in. I think it was 400 or 500 women that auditioned, and there was a spark about Rosie that I really liked, and she, said hello, good morning, thank you to the crew. My crew very much appreciated, so it was a breath of fresh air.
A few more emails went back and forth from me and Michael, and I honestly thought he was joking. He was sort of like, you were good, and this movie might be coming your way. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then there was a couple of phone calls, and then it was like, okay, this could be going somewhere. And still I was unaware of the of the part.
هزینه تولید ترانسفورمرز دارک آف د مون 195 میلیون دلار برآورد شده بود که از این مبلغ 30 میلیون دلار بودجه برای فیلمبرداری سه‌بعدی در نظر گرفته شد. مقدمات فیلمبرداری از 7 اپریل 2010 در شمال غربی ایندیانا آغاز شد که قسمت‌های مربوط به کشور اوکراین در واقع در این محل فیلمبرداری شدند. فیلمبرداری اصلی نیز از 18 می 2010 آغاز شد و 6 هفته اول آن در لس آنجلس سپری گردید. لوکیشن های بعدی شیکاگو، فلوریدا و دیترویت در آمریکا و مسکو در روسیه بودند. یک روز از فیلمبرداری نیز در معبد انکورواد در کشور کامبوج سپری شد و صحنه‌هایی از فیلم نیز در کشور چین فیلمبرداری گردید. با اینکه 70% از صحنه‌های اکشن فیلم با استفاده از دوربین‌های ابری الکسا و سونی F35 به صورت سه‌بعدی فیلم برداری شده بود، بیش از نیمی از فیلم نیز میبایست پس از تولید تبدیل به تصاویر سه‌بعدی میشد تا ایرادات فنی فیلم برداری سه‌بعدی اصلاح شود. باقی صحنه‌های سه‌بعدی در فیلم عموماً کامپیوتری بودند و یا اینکه با فرمت آنامورفیک و روی فیلم 35 میلیمتری فیلم برداری شده بودند که دلیل استفاده از فیلم 35 میلیمتری کیفیت تصویری بالای آن برای صحنه‌های آهسته و نزدیک و همچنین صحنه‌های آسمان بود. همچنین از برخی تصاویر استفاده نشده فیلم The Island به کارگردانی مایکل بی نیز در فیلم استفاده شد و در نهایت فیلم برداری اصلی در تاریخ 9 نوامبر 2010 به اتمام رسید.
First shot of the movie. It's the foot landing on the moon. It's kind of appropriate. Okay. Good. Feels familiar. Still exciting. Still nerve-wracking. See, I got the shake. You see that? That's just called the directing jitters.
3, 2, 1, jump!
The decision to shoot 3D was made fairly late in our pre-production process, but I think the benefit to shooting in 3D and releasing in 3D is a good one.
This is day one. We look ridiculous, don't we?
3D. 3D. 3. Wait, I have to put my iced coffee down. Here, hold that. 3D.
Ready and action, moving around. Jim Cameron was one who really told me I should really consider doing this movie in 3D, really take a jump at it. So we did a lot of research. I brought in a 3D camera system and a crew, and I didn't want to know much about the camera. I wanted to just play a game like, okay, I'm going to pretend like I'm on a shoot. I'm going to time it, and I'm going to go from here to here to here to here to here. Okay, I want to see how fast they can leapfrog. That wasn't going so smooth.
It has affected the way we shoot because it's much slower.
It's clunky. It's heavy. You know, to set up those shots, it is a different thing. When you got a 3D camera that's as big as that RV, you know, it does change the pace.
The amount of cables, the amount of crew, the amount of shit. You know, it was just like, this is going to be a nightmare. But what was going smooth was me looking through the camera and then watching it on the TV and seeing 3D right then and there. And I'm like, this is very cool. Neil, turn towards camera a little bit.
Most of the times when people shoot 3D, they'll shoot 15 days of 3D. We shot almost every day with a 3D camera, which is a lot.
They budgeted 2 weeks of 3D, but you know me, I told Ian day one, 3 hours in, I said, Ian, I'm keeping this the whole shoot, I hope you know that.
کمپانی ILM این بار نیز همچون قسمت‌های پیشین مسئولیت اصلی ساخت جلوه‌های ویژه این فیلم را بر عهده داشت و 6 ماه پیش از آغاز فیلم برداری اقدام به ساخت برخی از جلوه‌های تجسمی این فیلم کرد که حاصل آن یک ویدیوی 20 دقیقه‌ای بود. دیجیتال دومین نیز دیگر کمپانی بود که بر روی 350 صحنه از فیلم کار کرد و جلوه‌های ویژه مربوط به برخی از شخصیت‌ها، تصاویر مربوط به ماه، پل هوایی و سقوط آزاد را آماده کرد. پیچیده‌ترین جلوه‌ای که در این فیلم مشاهده می‌شود مربوط به یک موجود غولاسا با بدنی شبیه مارماهی و با تیغه‌ها، چاقوها و دندان‌های گردان است. پردازش هر فریم از صحنه‌های مربوط به این موجود 122 ساعت زمان برد و برای پردازش هر فریم از صحنه‌ای که این موجود یک آسمان خراش کامپیوتری را از بین می‌برد 288 ساعت زمان صرف شد. همچنین بیشتر صحنه‌های شیکاگو در لوکیشن مربوط به این شهر فیلم برداری شدند و 4 تن از کارمندان ILM برای تهیه نمونه دیجیتالی شهر راهی آنجا شده و در 6 زمان مختلف در روز از تمام زوایای ساختمان‌ها فیلم برداری کردند و برای طراحی بسیاری از صحنه‌های اکشن این فیلم نیز از تصاویری که با کمک هلیکوپتر تهیه شده بود استفاده گردید. در نهایت تیم جلوه‌های ویژه عوامل تخریب کننده مانند دود، آتش، آوار، هواپیماهای جنگنده و خیابان‌های ویران را به تصاویر هوایی واقعی شهر و ساختمان‌ها افزودند.
Once we got to Chicago, every day was big.
This is an American city, and they gave it to Bay like, play. It's your sandbox.
We're doing stuff in downtown Chicago that's never been allowed before.
This is the biggest thing to film in Chicago ever.
How they are able to do that blows my mind.
It's like, that doesn't happen.
I knew Chicago was going to get it. I mean, I know they do fireworks here twice a week, but boy, we have a whole different kind of fireworks.
We were looking at different cities just to see like a different look other than Los Angeles, because he loves Los Angeles and filming here, but he wanted something different. So I think when he saw Chicago, and it's a pretty spectacular looking city, so once he saw it, he was like, oh, this is it.
Chicago was the most amazing city in terms of what they gave us, the amount of access, the amount of closures. Michigan Avenue is a street that they said they've only closed twice in the history of Michigan Avenue. They closed the bridge, once for Oprah Winfrey and once for me.
We shut Chicago down for a good month and a half. 6 weeks we were in Chicago, and we didn't leave anything unturned, really. We did Chicago.
We turned the streets of Michigan Avenue into sort of 9/11-esque World War III eruptions all down the streets with rubble and falling buildings and burning cars and crushed light poles and that sort of thing.
We could only get the streets, the big destruction scenes on the weekend, and in a very limited amount of time, and it was usually all night, is when we had to set up these massive scenes of mayhem and debris and destruction.
اسکات بنزا انیماتور این پروژه عنوان کرد از آنجایی که سنتینل پرایم بیشتر از باقی ربات‌ها شبیه به انسان بود و فرم پیچیده‌تری داشت، ILM برای ساخت جزئیات صورت او از صورت شان کانری استفاده کرد و پس از اینکه تصمیم بر آن شد تا از صدای لیونارد نموی برای این شخصیت استفاده شود، جلوه‌هایی به صورت این ربات اضافه شد تا با میمیک صورت نموی همخوانی داشته باشد. ساخت تصاویر مربوط به هر ربات تقریباً 30 هفته زمان برد. و از آنجایی که مایکل بی تمام فیلم را با فرمت آنامورفیک فیلم برداری کرده بود، کمپانی ILM ناچار شد برای اضافه کردن ربات‌ها به فیلم فرمت آن را تغییر داده و دوباره به فرمت ابتدایی بازگرداند.
Let's go.
In a lot of ways, as effects artist, you couldn't ask for more than Michael Bay.
Well, I respect him and he is brilliant. It's exhausting.
He's always thinking a few steps ahead because you'll be doing animation and we're all thinking animation, and he'll be like, well, we're going to get light kicks over here and I can do a sound cue over for that. And then he's kind of thought the shot through further than you have because you're just like, you know, blinders on animation.
He has a fantastic eye.
He sees stuff so quickly. I think his pacing is different to most people.
You pull up a shot and he looks at it and he'll be like, that's soft.
And you're like, how does he do that? He's my pain in the ass, but he's a effing genius.
Review sessions with Michael are very interesting because you never quite know what you're going to get.
The transmissions would go every day, and it's laborious. It's just shot by shot, pixel by pixel, light, you know.
He's looking at the shot and he's in there maybe biting on his shirt and you're like, what's he thinking? He's not saying anything. Then, okay, that's as close as you're going to get to, looks great, guys. So, boom, next shot, you bring it up. Next shot comes up, he's looking at it, and one word you don't want to hear is the G word. Guys, like, oh, God, here we go. And if it's one guys, you're okay. Terrible looking, guys. Guys, I don't like all the blue. We can deal with that, you know. Then it's guys. Like, and your head just keeps going down with every guys. It's just like, you get the 21 guys salute, and you're back to blocking.
Guys. Is that what I do?
He's really great about interacting with the artists, and they love it as well.
What are those little things coming by, like fireflies?
Little bugs.
I love them. Give that guy, that woman $25. This is beautiful. Who is that? Wayne, I'll pay you back. Just give the money, all right?
Simon Twain.
All right.
Simon Twain.
All right, $25.
Simon. All right,
Just send me a bill when you're done.
That's good. It goes too long here, but...
Shit's a very descriptive word. They understand all different iterations of it.
That's
trying to make it pop.
bullshit, you know, it's just some more shit. Shit. Just adds a little more shit to it. I don't give a shit.
I have a very good rapport with the ILM guys, you know? So we've known each other for so long. They're firing on all cylinders right now. This is a finely honed team.
He's great with really pushing the realism of the characters.
We don't like fake CG.
I love how you did the gun. The gun has really come a long way. It looks amazingly real. Do we want to do some skidding stuff? Let's talk about that.
Smoke.
I know, but the wheels, would you try to, you gotta, let's talk animation of the wheels.
They'll definitely tell you if something's not working right to your face. No BS about it.
Well, Bumblebee looks up. Ferrari still looks so up. Sideswipe is a little lame.
Something we've learned from the first two is not to challenge him.
Where are the bricks? Come on, you're telling me that's where they all land?
I don't think we turned any off.
Am I missing something?
He remembers it all, and it's kind of insane.
I know on the plate we can see him sooner than that. His hair, didn't you have like a different look of his hair? Don't we have to make it go all the way up?
Not yet. Not yet. Not in this shot.
Ah, yeah, gotcha. Okay, all right. Just testing you.
یکی از اتفاقات ناگواری که موجب به تأخیر افتادن روند فیلم برداری شد، مسئولیت یکی از بدلکاران فیلم در ایندیانا بود. داستان از این قرار بود که به دلیل ایراد در جوشکاری یک کابل فولادی از یکی از ماشین‌هایی که یدک کشیده میشد جدا شده و به اتومبیل بدلکار برخورد کرد و موجب آسیب دیدن جمجمه وی شد. این بدلکار که گابریلا سدیلو نام داشت، بلافاصله تحت عمل جراحی قرار گرفت. ولی به دلیل مسمومیت شدید مغزی سمت چپ بدنش کاملا فلج شد و از کار افتاد. این حادثه سبب شد تا خانواده گابریلا بابت 7 مورد سهلنگاری از کمپانی پارامونت، DW استودیوز و چند شخص حقیقی دیگر به دادگاه شکایت کرده و درخواست غرامت کنند. کمپانی پارامونت نیز در مقابل بیانیه‌ای صادر کرد و ضمن اظهار تأسف بابت حادثه پیش آمده عنوان کرد که ما گابریلا و خانواده وی را تنها نگذاشته و از آنها حمایت خواهیم کرد و در نهایت با پرداخت غرامتی معادل 18 میلیون دلار بین طرفین دعوا توافق حاصل شد.